Once upon a time, in a quiet valley surrounded by tall mountains, there stood two trees side by side. One was tall and proud, its trunk straight as a spear and its roots deep in the earth. The other was smaller, with soft branches that moved easily in the wind. Every morning, when the sunlight touched their leaves, the tall tree would look at the smaller one and say with pride, "Stand firm like me, only the strong survive." The smaller tree would smile gently, letting the breeze play through its branches and whisper, "Maybe." But strength has many shapes. Days passed peacefully. The valley bloomed under golden light. The rivers sang softly, and the air smelled of life. Both trees stood tall, basking in the calm. In easy times, even the weakest branch feels strong. But peace, as it always does, began to fade. Dark clouds rolled over the mountains, and a storm gathered with a voice of thunder. The tall tree stood rigid and unyielding, refusing to move an inch. The smaller tree bowed low, its branches bending, its trunk swaying with the wind. The tall one laughed through the howling gusts. "You are weak," it shouted. "Look how you bow." But the smaller tree said nothing. It only moved with the storm. Then came the night's fury. Lightning split the sky, roared with wild strength. The tall tree trembled, but stayed stiff, defiant. A final gust screamed through the valley, and with a sound like the breaking of a mountain, the proud tree snapped in two. Its branches shattered, and its mighty trunk fell to the ground with a heavy thud. The smaller tree, though shaken and scarred, still stood. Its branches were torn, its leaves scattered, but its roots held firm. When morning came, the valley was silent again. Golden sunlight touched the earth. The fallen tree lay broken, while beside it, the smaller tree stood alive. Its body bent but unbroken, swaying softly in the gentle breeze. The valley, in its quietness, understood a truth too deep for words. It is not always the strong who endure, but the ones who learn how to bend. Years passed, and the smaller tree grew taller and wider, its branches giving shade to birds, flowers, and even the roots of the fallen giant. It had weathered many storms since that day, but never again did it fear the wind. For it knew that the wind was not its enemy, it was its teacher. And when the sun set over the valley, the tree stood there, graceful and alive, whispering to the passing breeze, "Bend, don't break." Moral of the story: true strength is not in standing firm against every storm, but in knowing when to bend, for the flexible never fall.